All right, Pisces, so going it alone, doing things on your own right now. And this isn't bad because this could actually work out to your benefit. So from Lay Vampire, Outsider, Misfit, Loner, and Wanderer, and then Instinct from Chakra Wisdom. The both of them are talking about the solitary journey. Outsider is a little bit different though. This is accepting the outsider's position for now so that you can see things from a unique perspective. And where, you can put it to work for you is through the creative and artistic end. But with Instinct, we are talking about, the spiritual solitary journey. So for some of you, your instincts are guiding you now to take the outsider's position. All right, Pisces, here's your overall for the week, the Four of Pentacles. And that may be why you're needing to kind of step out for a minute here. Now, it just depends. With the Four of Pentacles, this could be a good thing or bad thing. But this is saying that there is a feeling of needing to maintain what little bit of stability you have gained in whatever situation you're dealing with, whether we're talking about work, money, relationship. But it's also saying that you're not willing to give anything right now. And there may be a reason for that. In the past, the Page of Pentacles. Now, if we're talking about starting a project, for example, here with the Page of Pentacles, looking at the Four as the overall, you do get to a level of stability, but you're going to have to hang on to what you have. You may not be able to give any more to this. Now, with that page, getting something going here, getting something started, possibly going back to school, new job, loan, money, all those different things come up with the Page of Pentacles, but we'll see. This to me is about something that you've tried to get going in the past. Okay, in the present, the Six of Swords, so needing to kind of move on from this. There may be just too much conflict surrounding the situation that you just can't give any more to. Unfortunately, this kind of looks like a project that kind of falls through, but it doesn't leave you in a place of like being destitute though, because we're not looking at the Five of Pentacles here. But this isn't something that you can give any more to because there's just too much surrounding it that's difficult. Because with the Six of Swords, you're needing to move on to something that's better for you, calmer for you. But we'll see. Shit. All right. Future conditions, the Five of Swords. So, and with the Four of Pentacles being the overall here, it almost feels like a challenge. Not to give into this, not to get involved, not to get in these kinds of situations. With the Five of Swords, right, you're talking about somebody who is willing to do whatever it takes to get what they want, but nobody really wins in this, right? The hollow victory. But this could be about continued arguments that you've been trying to get away from because of the Six of Swords being above this. And whatever the situation is here, clearly you try to get something going, but it just is not working out and you're moving on. But yet, it's still very much an issue here. And this could be because of another person. But with that Four of Pentacles, right, you can't give to this. You can't give into this. You can't be a part of it anymore. And there's nothing that you can do to make this go in a better way. Because I still look at that page and think at one point, there was a willingness here to get something started, get it going in the right direction, but it just doesn't happen that way. Your best path to follow. Ooh, boy. So with the Page of Swords, the advice there would be there needs to be more information. And it really needing to be careful about the information that you're putting out there, especially with the Five of Swords being in future conditions, because you could definitely be talking about a person who's looking to use information against you. And that's not something that you ever wanted to be a part of to begin with. Now, on the other hand here, I think that somebody isn't being very truthful. Because I look at the Page of Swords, and to me, this is not somebody who is using, their intelligence and the information that they have in a positive way. I always question the truth when it comes to the Page of Swords, because it is, the things that you don't want to hear, right? And if you feel like what you're being told isn't exactly the truth, then there is nothing to give to the situation anymore. Pisces. In your environment, the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, this could definitely be about somebody that you once thought about working with. This could be about a job that you're dealing with now where there is just too much conflict. You know, when you look at the Three of Pentacles, you're talking about, you know, collaboration, working together, wanting to be recognized for your skills. But with the Six of Swords, this is like seriously needing to move on from a job. Sorry, guys. But I look at the Page of Pentacles and think, you know, this was an opportunity that looked good in the beginning, but, you know, where you're coming out at and what your advice is suggesting that, you know, it's just creating problems for you. And it's almost not worth the effort if you're only at the 4, you know. Now, it could be that you're still wanting to work on this and get this going, but there are things that you need to move away from, people that you need to stop dealing with, especially if they're not being truthful. You know, it's not something that you want to give into. But, you know, I also look at the Three of Pentacles and think, how can we make this work? How can we still make this work, even though there's, you know, a lot of shit that you don't want to deal with surrounding this? And it's just creating more problems here coming out. Your hopes and your fears, the High Priestess. And this is, you know, what I'm talking about here with the Page of Swords. Things that, you know, aren't exactly forthright and honest. Because if you're fearing things that you don't know and you're looking for answers with the High Priestess and the Five of Swords, you know, it's like somebody intentionally trying to keep information from you. You know, but the High Priestess, right, I look at this as also you needing to pay attention to what your intuition is telling you on this, because that is where the answers come from, right? You may not get the facts to support what you know, but I think intuitively you know what the truth is here, which is why you're not continuing to give to this anymore. You know, but I think right now, for some of you, you're still looking at possibly making something work, whether we're talking about work, relationship. You know, I do think that for some of you, this is going to have to do with the work situation, but I don't like that Five of Swords coming out. That is not something that you want to get involved with. You don't want to deal with people who are cutthroat. You know, that's no kind of situation to be in. And then coming out the Seven of Wands. This is you not backing down. You know, and to me, it's you coming out and speaking about what needs to be said. You know, it's not the Ace of Swords because you don't exactly have the truth because of the Page of Swords being there. But you are not going to let that opposition beat you down. You know, and this feels very defensive. Very defensive. And this is a need to kind of protect yourself here, instead of letting somebody else kind of get the upper hand. But you're not going to give enough to, you know, the situation where they can cause any more problems because of that Four of Pentacles being there. And then the Wheel. Yeah, you're not doing that again. No, we're not going through that situation again. With the Moon, there really wasn't a whole lot of clarity to begin with, right? Now, I love your card. God, I love your card. You and Gemini, you have such beautiful cards. The difficulty with the Moon is you're talking about needing to pay attention to your instincts when moving forward if things are not clear, if things, you know, are distorted. And with the Page of Pentacles, right, there's not a whole lot of truth, not a whole lot of clarity, not really, you know, looking at the situation accurately here. But in the present moment, there's still like this possibility of making something work, but knowing that you kind of need to move on from this situation. With the Ten of Pentacles, it may be because it's affecting your overall security and stability, but that may be, you know, kind of where things are not clear, right? You can't continue to stay in this situation, you know, no matter what we're talking about here. But looking at the Six of Swords, you may have to move on from, you know, working with somebody or trying to work something out, because if it's going to affect your overall security and stability with the Four of Pentacles being there, you don't want that to happen. With the Wheel of Fortune, right, this is, again, the repeating cycle, things that are coming back around here. But with the Seven of Wands, you're not doing that. You are not doing that now. You are in control of what is happening here. You're not just going to let things happen to you, right? fate and destiny this time is in your hands. You can choose to give to the situation, or you can say, no, I'm going to stand up for myself and defend myself here. And I'm not going to let somebody else get the upper hand on me. And this all is going to come about when you take that outsider's perspective, right? And pay attention to those instincts when you're dealing with situations that aren't clear. And then mystery, the moon, right? So, for you, no matter what you're going through here, with these three showing up, like, there is abundance around you. And that's abundance in all areas of your life. But there's this abundance of passion, though, but it's a mystery on where it's coming from, right? But needing to tap into that kind of mystery of life and putting it to work for you. Because I kind of go back to outsider and think maybe we need to start looking at, different creative prospects, especially if you're dealing with this kind of bullshit right now. But I like it because, that abundance of passion is not something that you may understand right now, but that's the beauty of it, right? Getting caught up in the mystery of why these passions bring you such abundance. All right, let's take a look at Whispers of Love. And then like attracts like. A lot of people are getting this week. So if you have faith, faith will be restored to you because, like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. So, for those of you who are wanting love, specifically here, you need to be more of a loving person, not just to yourself, but to other people, even if they're acting like assholes, But have faith as far as this situation goes. Nobody is going to get the upper hand on you. As long as you're not willing to give into this situation, hold your ground here, right? Because your security and stability is what's more important than somebody else acting like a dick and trying to keep information from you or lying to you. That information is there. Intuitively, this. But again, you're going to have to take the outsider's look on this situation, before you think about continuing to want to work on this. Because again, this may be something that you're just going to have to move on from.